Hi guys, it's Poppy here. Today I'd like to do a many thanks video. This week's style was random, so I picked doing a many thanks video. Right, on my chalkboard in the playroom there is many thanks too, but you can't actually see it on the camera. So today I'd like to give a solid top number 1 to Mrs. Short, my maths teacher. Mrs. Short knows that I am very terrible at maths, so she helps me quite a lot. And now I'm back up with normal levels instead of doing lower maths. Now, Mrs. Short is a wonderful lady who has a daughter named Isla, I think, who's in reception. I don't know. And that's why Mrs. Short is a solid number 1. A solid number 2 goes to my teacher, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris is my main class teacher who helps me in quite a lot of things, like writing, geography, and all that other school stuff that I really don't like. So we've got a solid number 1 is my maths teacher, Mrs. Short. Mrs. Short. Then at solid number 2, we've got Mr. Harris. Solid number 3, and then we've got a 4, and the last one will be a 5. So, they're the 5 top people I like the most. And they're just being many thanks. So, number 3 would be Mrs. Jackson, who helps my main teacher, Mr. Harris. She's basically the teaching assistant. Mrs. Jackson. Mrs. Jackson is a great, funny woman who loves some jokes, but she can be quite stern when you're not doing your work. That's why she comes at a solid number 3. So, if you go to my school, you know who those people are. Yeah, so there we go. Right, solid number 4 is Mrs. Cook, who lives right round the corner from me, and is my mum's best friend almost. And her daughter Millie is one of my best friends too. And me. She is, my sister Tallulah. So Mrs. Cook is a one-of-a-kind person who's funny. She's just, yay! So, last one, solid number 5 is Mrs. Spaxman, the other Year 6 teacher. So, Mrs. Spaxman is the other class's teacher. She's really nice, really funny. She does my reading comprehensions with me. And she's just one of the best people ever. So, that's all the people I want to give thanks to. At the top number 1, we have Mrs. Short. At the top number 2, Mr. Harris. 3, Mrs. Jackson. 4, Mrs. Cook. And 5, Mrs. Spaxman. Now it just looks like a big blurry blob on the board. So, I also want to give a shout out to Zara Dabbs, Sydney Upson, again, because they're the only 2 people who commented, and also my little sister Tallulah is starting a YouTube account. So I'd love it if you watched her videos too. Because she's really excited. She did her first one today, didn't you? What's it called?
The Two Twins.
And what happened to the two twins?
They find it out their grandma was a gangster.
We love the story Gangster Granny. I think that's where she got the idea from. Well, see you next week, guys. Hope to see your comments down below. Next week's video would be. How was it? I've got a piece of paper here. Next week's video is singing. Well, I hope you guys like my singing for next week, obviously. But bye and toodles.